TD, we have it on work. Alright, guidance. Just a reminder for folks, our watch time back hold time is 3 minutes and 16 seconds. NTD, CTLS on 212, we're ready to go. Alright, very good. And launch director, with that cleanup, we're going to go ahead and proceed. Yes, sir, please do. Alright, and all personnel, we are going to pick up the clock here momentarily. And GLS, you can resume the clock on your mark. I copy that. Countdown clock will resume on my mark. 3, 2, 1, mark. GLS is go for auto sequence start. 25 seconds.
All right, folks. Amazing.
20. 15. 10 seconds. GLS is go for main engine start.
There's a start, now I see it. At 100.
102, 102. We are in auto. There goes the tower.
3 at 104.
Waiting on the roll.
There's
the
the
roll.
WLH.
The program, Houston.
Roger roll, Atlantis.
Throttling is next.
I agree, 0.96. She is going up.
Digitals. Coming up on the cloud deck.
There's the throttling.
Clouds at 20,000.
3 at 72. PDT. Throttle up.
What do you see there, Rex?
3 at 104.
PDT is about point 0.07.
In the positive or negative direction?
Negative.
Atlantis, go and throttle up, no action, DPDT.
You go with throttle up, no action on DPDT. It's probably just cabin stretch.
Okay.
Atlantis, we think it's a common stretch.
We concur, thank you.
90 seconds.
Seconds.
DPDT is trending to 0.
Copy.
Thank you.
It's at 0.
Staging is next.
I agree. Stand by.
DC less than 50. Awesome.
All right, close your chute to open your visor.
Jimmy goes.
They're converged.
Agreed. Dump start, Jamie. Dump is started.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the stream. A little, what would you even call that? Saved by the Bell 90s sitcom action. What's going on, everybody? It's actually a song that I'm using in my my upcoming video. Welcome, guys. Hope everybody is doing well. It is Thursday, September 24th, and I'm going to be hanging out with you guys for probably about an hour. What's new? So yeah, like I said, I've been working on this video. It's dumb. It's a morning coffee video, but with a little spin. So, and it's sure to piss people off, as these kind of videos always do, unintentionally. But the people that get pissed off are goofy sons of bitches, right? They're the ones that you're gonna piss off no matter what you do. So let me take a quick sip of coffee, and let's have a great discussion. Oh,
feel free to take your time with it. Okay, here goes. Do you think Luke Skywalker and Mickey Mouse would be friends? Seriously, I assume Manda's budget will increase. Possible pros and cons?
Vince Wynn, thank you so much for the super chat and channel support, man. I greatly appreciate that. Give me one sec. I see that Sapity and Andrew Harris came in as well. Thank you guys so much. Let's see. Let me take one more quick sip of the old coffee here, and then I'll read these other super chats, shall I? There we go. Sapity, thank you so much, man. Sapity says, good evening, HG. Hope all is well. Feels like a good autumn coming. Oktoberfest, Halloween, Mando Season 2, Squadrons, etc. Be well and stay safe. Right back at you, man. Like, I completely agree. I love this time of the year. Granted, it's still almost 90 degrees here in Florida, but this morning it was like 68. I opened our back screened-in patio door. I walked outside with a cup of coffee, and it just like, it feels good. It feels good. I'm a summer guy. I love the summer. It's my favorite. You know, I live in Florida. I love going to the beach. I could spend all day in the swimming pool. I'm probably going to end up with skin cancer, but this time of the year, it's indescribable. It's an indescribable switch, and it's I don't know. As I said, I don't know how to describe it, but it is a very nostalgic period. I don't know why. Like that switch, that coolness in the air, that crispness in the air reminds me, for whatever reason, I end up like listening to a shitload of Smashing Pumpkins around this time of the year. I don't know why. It's like my playlist for the past week has been Smashing Pumpkins exclusive. I don't know why. But yeah, I love this time of the year, man. I don't know how Halloween's going to do. I don't know if our neighborhood's going to cancel it. The CDC recommended not trick-or-treating, obviously. Don't know how that's going to do. I think somebody was like building like t-shirt cannons in the neighborhood to fire candy out at kids, which is kind of funny. Yeah, maybe that's the way to go, right? But yeah, looking forward to it, man. We only have like a week or so until Squadrons, which is kind of mind-blowing. I cannot wait to get my hands on the game. Plan on beating the single-player campaign first, and then jumping into some multiplayer action. And yeah, can't wait, man. Can't wait. But yes, nothing but Smashing Pumpkins for like the next couple weeks. I don't know why. What's up, Toot? Good to see you, man. And Stuart? Drop into the next 40s in it. Yeah. A couple days ago, I think the high was like 76 or something here. Yeah, this week it's been closer to 90. I'm not complaining. I can tell the difference. It's always nice, you know. But yeah, anyway, I appreciate that sappening. Right back at you, man. And Andrew Harris, thank you so much as well. Andrew says, unsure if I have a cold or COVID. This is the way. Yikes. Yeah, it's I guess if there's any question whatsoever, you might as well go get tested, right? Right? I mean, if there's a location around you that you might as well go get tested. Yeah. I know every single person that has had the sniffles or has had, you know, some kind of cold or whatnot. It's completely natural. It makes complete sense to kind of have your brain automatically go to, oh shit, I have COVID, right? Yeah. But yeah, go get tested, you know, if there's a location around you. I don't know how the lines are nowadays, but yeah, go get tested, man. Even if you think it's a nothing cold, might as well, just to have that reassurance, right? But then, but it's kind of crazy because some people, you know, get it and they're completely fine. It's just a little sniffles. Boom, they barely have any symptoms. Other people, it's drastically different. So, yeah. Anyway, feel better, man. Somebody said they're currently... Oh, nice. Currently, where did that go? Currently wearing a World is a Vampire shirt. Luke, I've been looking for Smashing Pumpkin shirt lately, just because I'm in that mood. And I actually ordered a Phantom Menace shirt that was in one of my recent videos from Hot Topic. And I was like, I wonder how... I'm very picky about my fit of shirt, you know? Because I'm a pretty tall guy, and I feel like whenever... if I get a large, which is what I wear, it can either be way too wide, because I feel like some companies, when they think a large or an extra large, they don't take into account height, they take into account width, right? So, like, I'll get a shirt that's a little too short for me, but fucking huge in the waist. So... why did I get down that topic? Oh, because they have Smashing Pumpkin shirt on Hot Topic. They have a bunch of them. And I know I was very pleased with the fit of my Phantom Menace shirt. So I'm probably going to end up pulling the trigger and getting a Smashing Pumpkin shirt from there. But yeah, anyway. Vince Wynn and Alex Skywalker, thank you guys so much. I greatly appreciate that. Give me one sec, Alex. Vince Wynn says, have a very important question. Feel free to take your time with it. Okay, here goes. Do you think Luke Skywalker and Mickey Mouse would be friends? Of course they would. Seriously, I assume Mando's budget will increase. Possible pros and cons. Yeah, that was an instant thought that I had, kind of as production was going on during The Mandalorian. How basically every single show that's like a big hit, their budget just, especially something like The Mandalorian, right? Disney behind it. Their budget is probably just infinite. Here's some money, make an awesome show. I don't see any cons, to tell you the truth, to an increased budget when it comes to The Mandalorian. It's really interesting because the way they made it was like almost rear screen projection, right? I don't know what the hell the budget is, but in the grand scheme of things, and I could be completely wrong, I'm a dunce when it comes to this, but it seems like compared to a movie, it's not like there was that many digital effects relative to like a Rise of Skywalker, right? And a lot of it seemed to be practical, and a lot of it seemed to be that rear screen projection. So like, did it have a pretty small budget relative to a lot of other things? Does that make sense? Yeah, I don't know. I don't see any kind of downside to it, to tell you the truth, unless unless it tries to just throw in too much stuff, but I doubt that. I think they kind of have a vision. They know what they're trying to go for. I feel like the show is, despite some of the rumored casting and stuff like that, I still feel like the show is going to feel kind of close-knit and small in scope, if that makes sense. Despite probably a massive increase in budget. I heard that it was the most expensive series. Well, let me pour this goddamn scalding hot coffee over my head. I didn't realize that. Is that really what it is? Somebody look that up for me, because I'm talking out of my ass here. I have no idea. But yeah. I'll look into that, Vince. I have no idea. Joey Farrell, thank you so much for becoming the latest member of the fleet, man. Yet you have been a fleet member before. I don't know if you're here, Joey. Let me know, because this might be an automatic, like, you just got billed for another month of support thing, just coincidentally while we were streaming. If you're here, thanks, Joe. I know you know the spiel. Oh, you are here. Okay. I was wondering. Welcome back to the fleet, man. I appreciate that, man. I hope you're doing well. Yeah, link your Discord account. Supporter Q&A is going to be this coming Monday, October 5th. Stay tuned for that. Probably around 7:30 p.m. But, dude, thank you so much once again for the becoming a member of the fleet. Once again, the channel survives because of you. Hope you are doing well as the world starts to get a little cooler outside, but super hot at the fucking same time. But I appreciate that, man. The rear screen is called the volume. Yeah, it is. It is. Yeah. Give me one sec, guys. So Alex Skywalker, I appreciate the patience, man. Alex says, I love Smashing Pumpkins. They really are somewhat nostalgic sound. Even 1979 is a song about nostalgia. 1979 is one of my all-time favorite Smashing Pumpkins songs. I love it. It's for a long time it was my for a long time it was my favorite Smashing Pumpkins song. But it's too hard to pick a favorite. Like, some days, Stand Inside Your Love is my favorite Smashing Pumpkins song. Some days, Real Love is my favorite Smashing Pumpkins song. Some days, Today or Perfect or Try, Try, Try is my favorite Smashing Pumpkins song. I tend to like Smashing Pumpkins songs that are... Well, the songs that you just heard me talk about are very... They're not like Zero, right? They're not like... really punchy. They're not really distortion heavy, right? The songs that I like from the Smashing Pumpkins that I tend to like more than others are more mellow, you know. But yeah, I love them. It is. I grew up listening to them, you know. So as I said earlier, whenever the weather cools off, for whatever reason, I just get into like I have to listen to Smashing Pumpkins mood, and here we are. But yeah, man, yesterday, actually, I was working out in the living room, and usually I'll watch like an episode of TNG or something like that. I decided to watch and listen to an entire Smashing Pumpkins live concert, an hour and a half on YouTube while I worked out yesterday. So I am definitely in that heavy nostalgic state for them at the moment. But anyway, I appreciate that, man. Cheers. And Brandon Rodriguez, thank you so much for the channel support. I see your message down there. Indeed, Joe, indeed. Brandon Rodriguez says, what's your most memorable Star Wars experience? I'd send more, but the struggle of being a broke college student is real. Dude, thank you so much, man. I appreciate it. So my most memorable Star Wars experience, Brandon, so there's a few. There's a few, like... One of my most memorable Star Wars experiences is going to see Revenge of the Sith at midnight back in 2005. I dressed up as Greedo, hence where the original Greedo mask came from. And my buddy dressed up as Han. We went to the midnight showing. Just a fun experience, you know, fun movie-going experience. One of my favorite Star Wars memories. Another one is doing like 501st Troops. Like 7 years ago, my full set of Stormtrooper armor that I have, you know, I used to go to charity events a lot. I would go to children's hospitals, walk around in my Stormtrooper armor, pass out comic books and stuff like that. That's another one. So all these different Star Wars memories have very different feels to them, right? So, but they all kind of are favorites. Another one, man, was going out to LA for EA Play. Got flown out there, played Jedi Fallen Order before it came out with a bunch of other YouTubers. Those kind of memories are just mind-blowing and very humbling, and they almost don't feel real. So that's one. And then at that event, I actually got to meet a bunch of Steele Saunders and a bunch of other people that I've been talking to for years. And I met them at a bar, and we all hung out. It was just a really cool time. I'd love to be able to do it again in the future. And then The Force Awakens, man. Just leading into The Force Awakens, I feel like, you know, the year or two before The Force Awakens came out, especially since I had this channel back then, the roller coaster to the top of that was so much fun. It was like... I actually went through a lot of old pictures and video and just like my HelloGreedo folder that I have on my computer. And I was looking at old stuff, you know, pictures that I took from February 2015, just looking forward to this new project and this new wave of Star Wars stuff, right? And I was like, man, that was a lot of fun. That build-up was a lot of fun. So, yeah, for sure. There's a lot of favorite Star Wars memories, Brandon, but they all kind of fit different categories, I suppose. Yeah, if that makes sense. But anyway, man, I appreciate that, Brandon. What's your opinion of pineapple on pizza? MLG Master. Yeah, it's not bad. I've had it plenty of times. I don't understand why it's one of those things that gets constantly repeated on the internet, you know, where people like bitch and moan about pineapple on pizza. I don't know why. It's the same stupid shit that comes around every year, like, is a sandwich a hot dog? Is a sandwich a hot dog? Like, why is that? It's like every single year, like clockwork, that is a sandwich a hot dog pops up on local news, and it's like another story. Or is Die Hard a Christmas movie? Die Hard is a Christmas movie. Okay. Been saying this has been like a topic of conversation for 10 years. I don't know. Pineapple on pizza is pretty good, man. If I feel pineapple and ham on pizza is pretty great. If I feel like if somebody doesn't like it, they probably haven't had it. That's a pretty weird thing to say, but I think most people, if they tried it, they would like it. If not, you know, hey. Oh, man. I have another cup of coffee in the coffee pot downstairs. I will save it. I'll save it for when I actually I'm recording I'm in the process of recording a new morning coffee video that's going to be like 8 minutes long, and it's just me talking about shit in the fandom that has been going on forever that I hate. By forever, I mean decades. By I hate, I mean I hate. But yeah. Oh, Kyle McGowan and Leaf McEwen Updegrove? I know I butchered your name. If you want to phonetically spell it, or don't, just let me butcher it and sound like an idiot. But Kyle and Leif, thank you so much, guys. I really appreciate it. Kyle says, you're going to get one of those new game systems. Kyle, I'm not. You know, I'm in the process of building a new PC. That being said, it probably will be another month or so until I finalize and actually lock into what I want to build. Apparently, a lot of the like the 38 or the 3080s that are the graphics cards, you know, the newest graphic cards, are kind of sold out, and I'm really not in any rush because, you know, the new round of graphics cards are in the process of being released, and not only that, we're pretty close to like Black Friday and a lot of like holiday sales and stuff like that, you know? So I'm really waiting. I'm debating about waiting a couple months and just seeing if the prices of certain things that I want to get come down when, you know, holiday sales and Black Friday and all that kind of stuff. I'm really in the market for a new monitor. The monitor that I have on the left side of my setup is probably 13 years old, maybe a little older. My main monitor is probably about 7 or 8 years old. Needless to say, you know, they're 1080p. They're both like 60 hertz. They're nothing special. They're, you know, you could probably get them for $100 nowadays. My main one, I really don't know. It's 27 inches, good size. But I have been wanting a nice 120 hertz, you know, 1440p, 1 millisecond gaming monitor, 32 inches preferably, for a long time. I have a feeling, you know, Black Friday deal, somebody's going to have a deal, right? So, having a kid nowadays, I'm pretty stingy with cash. So, yeah, like,
love your chat
one
with
sec.
Army. Absolutely want to see more with folks from the community.
Oh, nice.
S. Whitworth goes on long tirades about A&H and law, so I think a conversation with him would be a fascinating watch.
Dylan Compton, thank you so much, man. Give me one sec. But so yeah, Kyle, I'm in the process of building a new PC, basically from motherboard up. I built my PC back in October of 2015, so 5 years ago. And you know, it's still able to run everything perfectly fine. I haven't really encountered, I mean, I guess if I try to blast out some of the graphics of like the most modern, well, like I can play the most modern Battlefront game on like Epic or whatever it's called, high graphics, and I feel like it runs completely fine. I get at least 30 frames a second. But it's like some of the maybe the less optimized games, like a Postscriptum. If I try to blast out the graphics, it runs like dog shit. So yeah. Plus, I want a new build for video editing too. It's just 5 years is a pretty long time for. Yeah, anyway, I just want to build a new PC. Anyway, I appreciate that, Kyle. And if I end up getting a next generation console, I'm going to end up, honestly, getting like a Nintendo Switch. I think there's a rumor that there's going to be an upgraded one, right? Or I'll just wait for a next generation Nintendo console. I don't really play console games as it is. So I don't really need a new one. My Xbox One S plays 4K movies, fine. I'm not much of a console gamer, but anyway. And Leaf McEwen, Up to Grove, thank you so much for the channel support. I'm glad to hear that I got your name right. I see that you did not post a message, but I do see that you typed something, or where did it go? Oh, you typed something above. First of all, thank you so much, man.
I feel like Obi-Wan
Leaf said,
and
one sec.
Anakin duel is a pretty accurate representation of Star Wars Twitter arguments. JJ is evil. From my point of view, Rian is evil. Then you are lost. Who has the high ground?
Vince, thank you so much once again. I greatly appreciate that. Give me one sec, ladies and gentlemen. Leaf says, want to thank you for your work you do, man. You're my go-to Star Wars YouTuber. Well, I greatly appreciate that. It's also good to hear that I didn't completely butcher your name. But yeah, I really appreciate the kind words, man. It's I feel like I'm very different than a lot of other Star Wars YouTubers, and I'm not saying that's a good thing or a bad thing. It's like I haven't even made a Mandalorian trailer reaction. You know what I mean? Like, I just kind of fly by the seat of my pants. Whatever I feel like talking about, I talk about. Whatever I want to make a video about, I make it about. You know what I mean? Like, made a video where I opened 21-year-old Phantom Menace toys. That's kind of my shit, right? So, it means a lot, man, to know that the goofy things that I feel like making on this channel are sometimes appreciated, and people dig it, you know? So, I really appreciate that, man, and I appreciate the channel support this afternoon. But yeah, there's a lot of great Star Wars YouTubers out there, for sure. And they cover, some of them are super topical and just are on the ball with, like, the second something comes out, boom, they are making a video, they're streaming and stuff like that. Half the time that something comes out, man, like, I think the reason that I'm not really that topical of a YouTuber is because I have a kid and I watch her during the day. And I work on channel stuff, and I used to do a lot of freelance stuff, but that's dried up since COVID, which is crazy. But so, like, most of the time, you know, Mandalorian trailer comes out, and I'm eating lunch with my daughter. We're chowing down on some peanut butter, and we watch the trailer, and we hang out, and we play. We're like, oh, it looks cool, and then we go, you know, we go play. So that's probably why I'm not a topical YouTuber. But that's the way it is. And I wouldn't change it for the world, man. But anyway, Leaf, I appreciate that, man. And I appreciate the kind words. And Dylan Compton, thank you so much for the channel support as well. Where did it go? Where did it go? There we go. Dylan, love your chat with Harmy. Absolutely want to see more with folks from the community. Sam Whitworth goes on long tirades about A New Hope and lore, so I think a conversation with him would be a fascinating watch. Yeah, I feel like I would, well, obviously I would love that, but, that's like so beyond what I feel like I could possibly get in terms of a guest. Does that make sense? Like, I feel like me and Harmy, we just saw eye to eye on, like, everything Star Wars, man. It was crazy. It was crazy. Other side of the globe, and we're just, like, clicking. I had a blast talking to him, man. I've admired his work for a decade, which is kind of crazy, you know. Yeah, if anybody listening to my voice right now has not heard that conversation, I had a great interview conversation, call it whatever you want, with Harmy, the creator of the Despecialized edition. That came out, 2 weeks ago, maybe? go back in my videos and you'll see it. But yeah, man, I loved it. I loved it. I told him I want to collaborate on a video in the future. I don't know. We'll have to come up with an idea, but yeah, man, you know, that's only the second time I've ever done anything like that, like an interview, like a conversation, Dylan. The first time I did that was actually with Elliot from Battlefront Updates. We had a conversation, golly, that was probably 2 or 3 years ago now. Maybe not that long. Maybe longer. I don't even know. Time flies. But, so yeah, I did a little similar thing with him, but we did it live, I think. And then I did it with Harmy. So those are I believe, the only 2 times I've ever done anything like that. I did interview a couple developers, Jedi Fallen Order developers, when I was out at EA Play, which was cool too, but that's different, you know. But anyway, I'd love to do more of those, Dylan. Just random people from the community. I never ask anybody to do anything like that. Maybe I should start, you know. I think it'd be fun to kind of start a little. I don't think I have time to start like a full-fledged podcast, but barely have time to make videos. But to have something like that maybe a couple times a year, you know, these fun little interviews and chit chats with people I've been watching or communicating with for years on the channel would be cool. But yeah, anyway, Dylan, I appreciate it, man. And Vince Wynn, thank you so much for the channel support as well. I greatly appreciate it. Vince says, feel like Obi-Wan and Anakin duel is a pretty accurate representation of Star Wars Twitter arguments. JJ is evil from my point of view. Ryan is evil. Then you are lost. Who has the high ground? Yeah, I suppose so. Some of the language could fit, but there'd be a lot more fuck yous in there and a lot more you shill, a lot more fake fan, a lot more real fan, a lot more goofy shit that sounds like it's coming out of the mouth of a 13-year-old, but it's actually coming out of the mouth of an adult. Do you know what I mean? That's actually the topic of the conversation that I'm going to have in my next morning coffee video, which is going to be fun. It's going to be a blast. Yeah, a very us versus them, a very my way or the highway attitude. It's yeah, all the Twitter conversations, the arguments that we hear, it's all cyclical shit that we've heard back in the day. The terms are different, the labels are different, the you know, the definitions, the words, the movie titles are different, but goddamn, I feel like I'm in Groundhog Day. That repeats itself every 2 decades. But anyway, oh, I see you got a jet, Vince. Take it easy, man. Thank you so much for the support this afternoon. Hope you're doing well, and hope the family is recovering from all the water. But I appreciate that, man. And Sapity, thank you so much as well. Also enjoyed the interview chat with Harmy. It was a genuine, pleasant chat to listen to, and hope you get the chance for similar things in the future. Yeah, it was great, man. Like, I loved it. I feel like we clicked and saw eye to eye. I didn't, you know, going into something like that, it's, you don't know what to expect, right? I mean, I've heard the guy in a few interviews that I've listened to. He's obviously heard my voice in videos and whatnot, but you never know how those interactions are going to go. You never know how free flowing they're going to go. And, I loved it. I would love to do more of those in the future with, various folks. It's just, a matter of finding the time, you know? But yeah, I'd love to. I don't know what other topics. The thing is, like, I'm the kind of person who, if I turn the microphone on, like with Harmy, right? With Harmy, I actually sat down a couple days before we were going to hop on the microphone together, and I sat down and I was like, all right, I'm going to come up with a couple questions. And then I wrote like 3 questions, and I sat back and I was like, you know, I'm just going to let this thing pan out how it pans out. I literally had like 2 questions written down going into that. Maybe I should have prepared more, but I always like conversations that are more of a conversation and not like, you know, and this is the part in the interview where we give our top 10. Top 10. You know what I mean? Like, I'd rather just hang out. But, yeah, it was fun, man. It was fun. I appreciate that. And Cameron Vino, thank you so much for the channel support as well. What possible new eras would you like to see explored in the future? Also, I love the channel and donate whenever I can. Well, dude, Cameron, thank you so much for the channel support. Is that you? It's a really, really tiny. Is that you in your avatar and your icon? At first, I thought it was like a side profile of Kylo, of Adam Driver. I'm assuming it's you. Kind of look like, well, I was going to say you kind of look like Adam Driver in profile view, but it's also the size of my pinky nail on my screen, so who knows. But Cameron, what possible new eras would you like to see explored in the future? Also love the channel and doing so I am the era that I would love to kind of check out is, well, obviously whatever era I'm going to say doesn't exist in terms of like, you know, shit that has been made, if that makes sense. I would love for the franchise to go way back in time. I don't know what the era would be called, but like tell us stories of when the first people discovered the Force. I think that would be a really interesting kind of story to tell, like the birth of discovery when it came to the Force. Because I've always viewed the Force as being kind of like gravity, right? I mean, it's always been there, but it took someone to kind of discover it and figure it out and kind of, you know, put their finger on it. I think it would be fun to kind of, you know, investigate that era, the discovery of the Force, and it would be an interesting kind of like look at how the factions could splinter off, right? You would have some people want to harbor this information, this discovery for their own personal gain. You would have some people who would want to democratize it and spread it across the galaxy, saying everybody should have access to this knowledge, right? And then you would have some people who would just want to destroy it altogether, fearing that it could get into the wrong hands. So I feel like that would be a really fun era to explore in the future, you know. But other than that, man, it's really hard to say, you know. I would love some prequel era movies or shows. I would love that. But at the same time, I kind of want them to, in the future, kind of stick with new and unexplored territory. And the High Republic sounds fun, man. It sounds like kind of medieval knights in shining armor Star Wars, you know. So I'm really excited for that. Obviously, I don't know if there's going to be shows and movies made in that era, but it would be cool if that were the case. And if it's just going to be a publishing endeavor, that's fine too, you know. But anyway, I appreciate that, Cameron. Hope I answered that question. Irlito Bandito. Hey, new to the channel, did you snag the Black Series Heroes of Endor pack? I have not heard of that. Let me see, check that out. Heroes of Endor. Crap. Wait, did I hit the wrong button? Wait. Okay, there we go. Does it come with all of these? 404 not found from Hasbro.com. Okay, I clicked your Google link. RoboKilla. $109. Is that what I'm looking at? Why can't I find a listing? 2020 San Diego Comic-Con exclusive Star Wars Black Series. Okay, so Heroes of Endor. Does it come with all of these? Why can't I find any definitive information here? 4-pack coming to the Black Series. Okay, let's see. Oh, nice. Okay, so Black here figure will be available in September exclusively on Hasbro Plus. Hoth Wampa. Oh, there's a Hoth one too? Oh, 501st Arc Troop. Oh, nice. 5's Echo and Jesse. That'd be cool to have. I'm not much of a collector, man, so... Oh, okay, so here is another reveal for today. Yahoo.com exclusively revealed a Hasbro Black Series indoor-themed 4-pack with Princess Leia, Luke Skywalker, Han Solo, Paplu, and Speeder Bike. The set will cost... Does it have a Stormtrooper on the Speeder Bike, or is it just... Okay, a Speeder Bike. The set will cost $109. Whee! And the article didn't reveal if it will be an exclusive or not. This is a great announcement, and... So, all right. Yeah, I've never been much of a collector, man, so I probably won't end up getting it, especially because I'm budgeting for a new PC. So $109 will get me like a new 1 terabyte SSD, you know? So I'm kind of prioritizing. But yeah, man. It looks cool though. As of right now, I'm looking to get some more shelves in my office. I have I just have one big shelf. If you guys have seen my office, you'd know the big shelf is above my PC, my monitors rather. And I'm looking to get some more smaller floating shelves, mix them in with some of my posters and stuff like that. And then I'll put probably some of my old Power of the Force figures on them, or, you know, some small stuff here and there that I've collected over the years. But yeah, I don't really buy anything, man. Like, I'm not a collector. I can't tell you the last Star Wars thing that I bought. Like the Black Series figures actually were sent to me from GameStop that I made videos of. It wasn't a sponsored video or anything. They just kind of sent them to me. They showed up in the mail and I was like, okay, awesome. So, but yeah, I'm not a collector. I don't really buy anything. Yeah, unless it's a toy for my daughter. Like, I went to the store yesterday to get a bunch of shit for my daughter's preschool, like school supplies, and I bought her a Buzz Lightyear and like a set of like bouncy balls, and what else did I get her? New book. That's really the only stuff that I buy nowadays. But yeah, anyway. The Jedi Path is a good book if you're interested in Jedi philosophy. What's up, Jared? Good to see you, man. The Jedi Path. Jedi Path, the Manual for Students of the Force Vault Edition, Star Wars hardcover, September 28th, 2010. Is it available on the Kindle? Does not look like it. Interesting. Woo! $90. Jeez. With the push of a button, pass down text. Oh, so it's like an in-universe kind of Jedi book that survives that passed on to you. That's kind of a fun little idea. I have to look. Maybe that's something that I could get my daughter in the future. Just got my new PC today, i7 10700, alright, super dual channel 16 gigabyte RAM. I've been putting it off for 5 years. Decaf coffee. What's up, man? Yeah, I'm looking to build one too. I'm not a hardware guy at all. Like, my buddy is super dude, my buddy will send me paragraphs and paragraphs and paragraphs of texts, like talking about the differences between like different graphics cards and stuff like that. And then okay, just tell me what to buy. So I usually just buy what he buys, and he knows his shit, and he's like, you know, he's built 1 billion PCs, as have I, but I don't really pay attention to, like, I don't know why, man. My brain can't focus on like the new, yeah. So I'm basically gonna be building from the ground up. I built my PC 5 years ago too, so my old PC. I'm looking to get 32 gigs of RAM. And because I do video processing, obviously, and a lot of photo stuff, so yeah, we'll see. Chris, where did you get your Empire and Navy posters? My Navy poster was actually I bought it on eBay. I was just searching for just, you know, World War II era Navy posters, and I found it, and it was really cheap too, I think. I would say it was like $10. It's not the best print quality. It's a little pixelated, but it's fine. And my Empire I actually got off. Where did I get that? I think I got it off Etsy. I'm pretty sure I got it off Etsy. I'm pretty sure I did. I don't know what I searched for. You probably searched for The Empire Strikes Back, but it actually took me a long time to find a poster that I actually liked. I didn't want to get like a theatrical poster, a Star Wars theatrical poster. I wanted to kind of, you know, have a painting feel to it, you know? So, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I found a ton of really neat World War II era Navy posters, but this one just kind of, I liked it the best, you know. But yeah. Oh man, my throat is getting kind of sore. I need some. I guess I need some more coffee. Yeah, you should be able to find it easy, Chris. I bet if you just let me look. Let me just look. Actually, I guess I could look back at the seller that I bought it. Fight. Let's go. Join the Navy. Here you go. Yeah. Fight. Let's go. Join the Navy. Vintage print poster. $9.99. Free shipping. Right there. Boom. And it is 12 by 18, so it's exactly what I have. Yeah. If you just type "fight, let's go, join the Navy," you'll see it. Chris, I've actually been wanting to get I've looked it up and they're super expensive, so maybe I need to look a little more. But I want to get, you know how right out of boot camp they have the lone sailor like statue. Do you know what I mean? Lone sailor statue. I think they have lone sailor statues like at various different bases, but like I remember there's one at Artie's Great Lakes, right? I think. Oh, there's one in Jacksonville too. But yeah, I've wanted to get like kind of a lone sailor bust to put on a shelf. I think that would be kind of something different and cool, you know. But yeah. Yeah, I served with a helicopter squadron, too many negative waves, for 4 years. I was on shore duty for 2 years and then sea duty for 2 years. And I was on a frigate, and we flew SH-60 Bravos, which the Bravos are no longer in the fleet. I think they're all Romeos. I really don't know what they are now. So yeah, I deployed on a frigate from 2010 for 7 months, 2010 to 2011. And went to South America, went to Colombia, Guatemala, Costa Rica, Panama, and and a little bit of Guantanamo Bay, Cuba. But yeah, man. I do have a Garmin. What's up, Hugo? Yeah, it's a Garmin Forerunner 45, I think it's called. I think that's what it's called, a Forerunner 45. I think. It's nice. Does the job. Is it a 45 or? Yeah, Garmin Forerunner 45. Yep, I love it. I actually, I mean, most of you guys probably know I was running a lot from April until about a month ago, and then I pulled my groin. And in the past month, I was running like, if I wasn't running 20 to 25 miles a week, I was pissed at myself. So I was, from April to like a month ago, busting my ass. I went from like 217, I'm 189 now. I'm perfect. I'm like super happy. Busted my ass and did it. But I feel I hate it because I pulled my groin a month ago and I really haven't been running. I've tried to run a couple times, but it just hurts like hell. So I finally decided I'm just going to give it more time. Feels way better than it did like a couple weeks ago, but I'm still going to give it a few more, maybe another week or two. But like, I hate it. If anybody has, like, I was in a routine for months and now and it was like a head clearing experience rather. Every single morning, at 5 a.m, boom, get up, run 4 to 5 miles, boom. And now I feel like I'm just lost. I do a lot of dumbbells, but like, I miss my running, man. I loved it. Got into a groove. I'll get back there. But I feel like I'm cheating myself. Anyway. 45 music one. Oh, nice. Yeah, I like it. It's simple, you know. My wife has a Samsung. I don't know. It's basically like having a computer on her wrist, you know. It's like, it has touch screen. You can swipe and view pictures and like cruise the internet. It's really nice, but it's overkill for me. I don't need that, you know. But I'm pretty happy with this. They torture prisoners with. Oh, Gitmo. Yeah, I never saw any of that. I was in Gitmo for a couple weeks. At the last, it was the last stop before we came home from the 7-month deployment. It was the last stop, and we just basically like hung out there for a little bit. There's actually an Irish pub, called O'Kelly's on base. There's a McDonald's on base. It was like actually super nice. We went snorkeling and, you can rent boats from MWR. But yeah, so yeah. Yeah, oh, don't get me wrong, Blorgus. Oh, you think you're trying to get me? I know how fucked up it is. What's up, Drew? Good to see you, man. Oh yeah, everybody, this would be cool. What is it? Star Wars. I am drawing a blank. Yeah, there we go. So, Drew runs Star Wars visual comparisons on Twitter. You guys, all of you guys would love it. I mean, you guys should absolutely go follow them. Follow his Twitter account. It's really cool. It's just like shot for shot comparisons of the name, the descriptions in the title. Go follow him. I think we're gonna schedule a chit chat at some point. Need to iron out dates and stuff like that, but it'd be fun. Yeah, go follow. I just posted a link to his Twitter. Go check it out. Timeless, thank you so much for the channel support. The final super chat and channel support before I jet for the day. I'm going to go try to finish a video. And then tonight, man, Jags football. Jags prime time Thursday night football. I am super excited. I like when Jags, I mean, like, it's so rare that they play Monday night or Thursday night, but like now I don't really care about watching that much football on Sunday because the Jags aren't playing. So it kind of frees up my Sunday a little bit, right? Hugo. Yeah, I usually wake up at 4:45 or 5. That's usually my alarm goes off at 4:45 and I get out of bed at 5. Yep. But that's routine. But yeah, since my wife goes to the gym at 5 and now I usually either work on videos or do dumbbells at 5 in the morning. And then since I can't run now because of the pulled groin, but yeah, I hate sleeping in. I hate sleeping in, man. Hate it. I feel like I waste time when I sleep in. But yeah. Timeless says, hello there, dude. How's your state doing with COVID where I live? Qatar. COVID been getting worse because everything opened up. Stay safe. Yeah. I live in Florida. So it's weird, man. Like, Florida is opened up. It is like, I feel like it's basically completely opened up. Like, breweries opened up. I think they're completely opened up now. There was like a loophole where you had to have a food truck. If you sold food, you could open up. So all the breweries were like, yeah, let's just partner with a food truck, right? Everything's basically opened up. And I feel like the news a month ago or 2 months ago, as everything was opening up, was a lot more day-to-day reporting on cases and stuff like that. And I would listen to it every morning, you know, sitting there with a cup of coffee, waiting for my daughter to wake up. And I feel like over the past couple months, that reporting has kind of dwindled away, you know. So to the point where I don't really know the case count. I don't really know how bad things are, if they're getting worse or better, right? That's really weird. That is really weird how much we rely on, like, being fed info, right? And then when it's not there, you know, out of sight, out of mind. Really interesting. But no, I find that a lot of people around here don't take it nearly as serious as people up north. Like, I have best friends that live in New Hampshire and Chicago and you know, around Philly. They're all friends that I grew up with, and they've all moved, you know, up north for the most part. And they were all recently kind of down here visiting, and we were talking, and they were like, yeah, it feels like nobody gives a shit down here, you know, compared to where they came from. And it's kind of true. Like, basically, Florida is back to, not normal, but back to acting like everything is fine. Other than, I do find everybody has been super respectful with masks. I haven't seen, well, I take that back. I went to Walmart yesterday, had to pick up some stuff, and I did see a couple, a husband and wife, I'm assuming, without masks. But other than that, I feel like everyone has been super respectful. I don't want to say compliant, but respectful about kind of wearing it. And I feel like, you know, that couple that was out at Walmart without the mask, I feel like they're making an effort not to wear one. Dude, like, you can buy a mask for $1. Is it real? I feel like you're making a statement if you're not wearing one. You know what I mean? Once things are back to normal, yeah, once the all clear is sounded, absolutely. Let's burn those things, or at least put them in the closet until the next pandemic. But right now, if you're walking around Walmart without a mask, well, what are you doing? Like, what? I mean, are you being a tough guy? Like, it's stupid. You're dumb. It's dumb. I don't know. But yeah. Anyway. Especially a lot of these establishments require it, you know. And then you have, like, minimum wage kids trying to tell these hot-headed adults that they have to leave their business because they're not wearing a mask, you know. Anyway. But yeah, sweet. That was an hour and 9 seconds of an hour-long live stream. So I'm gonna work on some videos after this, man. So all right, guys, that is it for me for today when it comes to live streams. Yeah, I'm trying to think. Hoping to get a video up this weekend. Today's Thursday, so I should be able to. We'll see. But anyway. Alright, guys. To everybody who supported the channel this afternoon, I greatly appreciate it. To everybody who just hung out in the chat, thanks for hanging out and listening to my dumb voice. But, alright, everybody. Go Jags. Have a fantastic morning, afternoon, or evening wherever you are on planet Earth. And I will catch you all on the flip side. Let's end it with a fun song that I can't get enough of, and it's a song that's featured in my next video, whenever that's going to come out. All right, guys. See ya. Welcome to the 1999 Alpine Mall. Later, guys.